What is up, my gamer guys and gals? It's your boy Godlike Gamer here, recording the ISBL Season 5 Week 1 team preview for the Charlotte Scylants, coached by Shunosauras. Now, um, I'm really excited, really excited. This is my first week recording um, for ISBL content in so long. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. We're going to go ahead and show you his team over here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Um, he's got Jirachi, Tornti, Suicune, Incineroar, Silvally, Heracross, Durant, Rotom, Jameco, Torterra, Altaria Mega, Suicune, Durant. Now, Suicune, Durant are his Zmons, is what I meant by that. He's got a lot of threats, except Trimeco. Um, Trimeco is kind of trash. Um, and I was thinking a lot about it in a lot of mocks. The Mons, Um, like Jirachi's annoying, Tornadus is annoying, Suicune is like a mon I match up horribly against and like all the time. Savali's really annoying because he can flip flop its type. Uh, Scarf Durant could be an issue. Rotomo's not fun. Altaria is annoying as fuck. Um, all of these are annoying, but deal with a bull. In mocks, this is the six I think he brings. Now I think like Jirachi I think is coming. It's like one of his only rockers besides Torterra, and Torterra sucks in this matchup. So I think Rachi's coming. I don't think it's Scarf Rachi. I think it's gonna be more of a Swadef Wish set. But I could be wrong. We have answers for Scarf Rachi. Tornti is probably coming. Suicune probably coming. Incineroar, I like in this matchup, like a Scarf Incineroar set. I really like that. It gives intimidates. It gives U-turn, fast U-turns off. It gets knockoffs. It gets hidden power grass. I could literally see Scarf Incineroar in mock. The set that works best is Scarf with Flare Blitz, knockoff, HP grass, U-turn, which I could see him bringing 1,000%. Silvally, if he's gonna bring Silvally water or Silvally grass works best. But he doesn't have to bring Silvally necessarily in this matchup. I don't think he could. Heracross is not the best matchup against me. He probably Heracross and Durant probably will stay, but he could bring them. Rotomo's great, especially wants to scarf that. And Torterra, he'd have to bring like a Yachi Berry or Focus Sash set, which I don't think he brings. Now, to what we have starting off the team, leading off, Gamma Bunta, the Swampert Mega, leading off. This is not the traditional Swampert Mega set because normally you're going to run it with Adamant, but Jolly makes sure I outspeed every Scarf Pokemon except for Tornti. The only thing he could bring to outspeed Swampert is a Scarf Tornti. If you want to Scarf your Tornti just to outspeed me, go ahead. I don't care. That thing is not a threat if it's Scarfed. Um, and like he should bring like a life orb skyplate or like something like that. So you should bring a attack boosting item. That's when Tornti is scary in this matchup, at least during mocks. Like if he brings like a bulky Tornti, I don't care. It's not a problem. But so I challenge him to bring him a scarf set. So we're gonna go off the assumption that Swampert is faster until we get any indication otherwise. We're gonna be safe with it though. Waterfall, EQ, two hit, Ice Punch, two hit KOing everything on his team, if not OHKOing. Power of Punch is just in case I get in a stall war. I get in a 1v1 with Suicune. I thought about bringing Toxic. Don't get me wrong. I thought about Toxic a lot, but if he's like Subcoon, then he can, in theory, sub on my attack, and I'd rather not happen. Like two power punches break his sub, and from there I can earthquake him or waterfall him. You know, so I'd rather have the power punch, get the attack boost. I take like one or two hits from him unless he's hidden power grass, which in testing that was the better set. Calm Mind Protect, Scald, hidden power grass. So I lose to that anyways, but I feel like Power Punch gives me a little bit of a chance in case he wants to run Rest, Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, Scald. Or in case he doesn't want to bring Hidden Power Grass, Power Punch gives me a bit of a shot at 1v1ing him. Next up, Drapion. Drapion's very important this week, actually. It helps me. Um, it's gonna help me 1v1 things like Altaria. It 1v1s things like if the fucking page will load. Uh, it 1v1s Altaria. It 1v1s Incineroar for the most part, unless it's Will-O-Wisp. It 1v1s um, Torterra, Rotomo. Like it takes his team on with ease. Um, the Spadef you see there, the Spadef ensures that uh, I live a Leaf Storm into a Hyper Voice from Altaria. So like if I'm 1v1ing Rotom at full health, I can click Poison Jab on his Leaf Storm, take that damage, Poison Jab kills, and after Black Sludge recovery, I can take a return from Hyper Voice from Altaria. Um, returns aren't doing shit to me. I actually take 2 EQs with this defensive investment, which is pretty cool. From Altaria, I take an EQ and a return if it's Dragon Dance boosted. So Drapion just putting in massive work this week. Going to be very important, very pivotal to checking things. Toxic is for a taunt. It's in case we're going up against Subcoon. Taunt's just really good for that. Taunt's also good for like Rachi if it's a annoying wish or healing wish set. We don't want that getting off. Um, Taunt's also good for Altarius, keeping him at 1 Dragon Dance, which is pivotal, and not allowing him to roost off Poison Jabs. If he can make it so Poison Jab doesn't 2 KO, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'd have to sacrifice Spadef for attack, and then I'd be susceptible to Rotom's Leaf Storms or Thunderbolts, which I don't want to be. Like it's very important that I'm not. Um, I by the way, if he's not Specs, um, if he's like Orb, I take Thunderbolt into Leaf Storm, which is pretty good. I take 2 Thunderbolts as well, which is pretty lit. Drapion is just really good this week. Gonna put in massive work. 1v1's a lot of things. I went with Battle Armor instead of Sniper because we're not going for crits, and it's very important we don't get crits. So Battle Armor is just nice for that. Um, yeah. Next up, Pelipper has to come this week. Every time you see Gamma Bunta, you're gonna probably see Pelipper. You might see Tornadus instead, but we'll see about that. Just a really good, easy throw on the team. Now, I knew I either wanted Tornadus or I wanted Pelipper this week because Hurricane switch-ins like are non-existent on his side. Like would have to bring like Savali, Steel, or like Electric to have a Hurricane switch-in. Like Jirachi doesn't take a Hydro Pump well at all, so that's a plus. U-turn Defog just there because Defog there in case he brings Screen Rotom. I don't think he will, but it's better to be safe. Holy shit. Something just hit behind me. LOL. In case he brings Screens Rotom, like I said, I'm not too worried about him bringing rocks this week because he doesn't really have a reliable rocker. Like he is Jirachi, which could be rocks, but people were like, there's so many moves you'd rather fit on there besides rocks. Torterra could come, but I'm not worried about Torterra at all. I dare Torterra to come this week. I really do. Between all of these mons can deal with Torterra really easily. So Defog is not really there for rocks. It's just in case screens come. I mean, it can help with rocks, yes, but like I said, screens could be annoying. So Defog. U-turn there just for momentum. It also helps with turn 2 a lot, and I'll explain that in a minute. Turn 3, I should say. It helps my opening game really well, and like I said, I'll explain in a minute. I actually want to save Manaphy for last. Conk, great mod. It was either between Conk and Golik, but upon testing, like really, like Golik doesn't do anything. It loses a lot of 1v1s. Like it only 1v1 Jirachi and Altaria, which are 2 important 1v1s, but Altaria could be Hyper Voice. So it wasn't really in the end. I mean, in the end, Kong just does a little more. I do lose the rocks, which is okay. Um, your rocks are important, especially for checking Torn T, but I don't know. In the end, I decided it wasn't quite necessary. I'd rather have the straight up damage, and Conk gives me a good initial lead. Um, like he doesn't switch into a Drain Punch or Facade at all. Like at all really. Like Drain Punch is 2 AKOing defensive Rachi, so that's really lit. He'd have to bring Leftovers Protect to stall out. Leftovers Protect actually would allow him to take 2 Drain Punches, but I also have Mach Punch right there, so you gotta be careful with that. Um, and I've got a plan for that anyways. So yeah, next up, we've got our boy Escav here. Um, Escav, I initially had Serena and a spin set. I initially had Toxic on Pelipper, but then I really decided I really wanted to fit Defog on there in case of screens. And then Serena after that like didn't have a role. Like if I had Defog on Pelipper, I wasn't too worried about rocks. Serena didn't really do much, so I figured AV Escavalier is really good because it gives me some. Before I didn't really switch into like Specs Hurricane well from Torn. Now, I don't think he'll be Specs Hurricane, but he could be, and this gives me a good switch in. I'm not taking. I take 2 very easily. That's what the 16 SPDF ensures that I take 3 hurricanes, I think, as long as he's not modest, which he could be. Um, and it ensures that I don't take. Yeah, okay. It ensures that I take a heat wave as well. So if it's not specs, if it's orb, I take a heat wave from um, orb torn in this, and as long as I'm in rain, I take 2. So I don't know. It's really good set. Megahorn smacks Megahorn Ironhead Drill Run for Rachi. Megahorn Ironhead Drill Run hits all his team pretty well. Um, Pursuit's just kind of there because um, if his Jirachi or Torn is being really annoying with U-turns, I can Pursuit get some good damage off and really kind of punish that spot. Yeah. So I know I probably went through this pretty quickly, but there wasn't too much I had to say really. Um, I think I said everything I need to. We're running Swarm here. I don't think so. I don't like Swarm. I don't see me clicking Mega Horn too much. We're gonna Shell Armor just so we don't get crit. No crits between Jargos and Arthur. Um, yeah, so that's the team. As far as leads go, we're leading probably Conk 1,000%, and the reason is Conk is the most. Oh, I didn't cover it. Manaphy. Oh my gosh. Um, Manaphy is very important this week. Um, Suicune is so annoying. I hate facing Suicunes because calm mindsets are so crazy. Um, Now, if he wants to bring Suicune, I literally have to click Tail Glow twice. I Tail Glow up twice, get to +6, and he doesn't touch me. He can run Hidden Power Grass, but a +6 Hidden Power Grass doesn't kill me. That's what the HP is for. Make sure I live. The special attack is to ensure that Energy Ball at +6, even if he's like, okay, so in testing, this is how it likely goes. He gets +1, right? I switch into Manaphy as he gets +2. I Tail Glow as he gets +3. I Tail Glow again as he gets +4. I Energy Ball, and Energy Ball should 3-hit KO him from there. Like unless he's protect stall, then it's a 4-hit KO. But basically, I don't lose with this EV spread. This EV spread ensures that I can 1v1 a Calm Minding Suicune, even if it gets a +1 up on me. Now, if I am in on Suicune before Calm Minds, I definitely win the 1v1 because he doesn't get +6, he gets +3, and Energy Ball 2 KOs, which is really nice. So it's a 3, and normally it's a 3 KO. Um, but normally it's a 3-hit KO, but if he gets +1 before I switch in, it's a 3-8 KO, 2-8 KO if he doesn't. So it's very important if I ever see Suicune in. If I think he's staying in for at all, I have to go Manaphy, and I can start tail glowing up. And the cool thing about that is if I get +6, which he might not let me get +6, he might have Toxic, but that's what sub is for. If he reveals Toxic, I can just sub up, and then he's in real deep shit, to be honest. Like tail glow, and not to mention, I like that 3 KO might not be a 3 KO because of Energy Ball potentially dropping his Spadef, which is really possible. I really wanted to fit Scald on here in case he ran Ice Beam. I know that's crazy, but I wanted Scald for damage. It gives me stab, and if he ran Ice Beam, it unthaws me. Because if I get frozen on Manaphy, I lose. Like, that's it. I lose the Calm Mind Suicune. So it's very important. He shouldn't bring Toxic in case of rain hydration, but he could go for, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't think he fits Ice Beam on there, so I'm not too worried about it. And I had to drop Ice Beam because even if I was +6, Roost, Max HP, Dragon Dance, Altaria beats me. Like if I was Scald, basically if I was Scald, I could still get like +6 in Altaria. Like if I don't burn Altaria, like if I don't burn Altaria or if it has Heal Bell, I lose to Altaria, which is a problem. So I had to bring Ice Beam just to ensure that that I can handle Altaria. And in testing, I don't need Scald. Yes, if he brings AV Incineroar, that could be a little bit of an issue. But honestly, are you gonna bring AV Incineroar to check Altaria? Not Altaria. Are you gonna bring AV Incineroar to check Manaphy? I don't think so. Especially not a +6 Manaphy. So, I don't think that's coming. Other than Incineroar, I'm hitting everything for good damage, so not too worried about it. I could, in theory, drop sub, but if he's like toxic, like I said, I lose. So I don't know. I didn't like that. So I initially had a heart swap rest set, but he might not bring Calm Mind. Like he could bring sub protect Scald toxic. If that makes any sense. And in which case, yeah, rest was cool, but I'd bring rest Manaphy if I had Damp Rock on Pelipper because by the time I need to recover, it's rain's gone. So I'd rather have rain initially when I go to fight Suicune than I don't know. Basically, I don't need rest. Heart swap was very conditioned. Like it's a good thing, but it was it kind of limited me. I'd rather have Tail Glow. So yeah. All right. So I know this is running a little bit longer. Yeah. Um, Man, if he said, "Oh my God." Well, I don't think as far as lead go, I think we have a really good lead matchup. We lead Conk. He probably leads Rachi. We click knockoff. And knockoff into Mach Punch puts Rachi, even if it's defense, like max defense, into range of Scarf U-turn from Pelipper. Now that's important because he doesn't kill Conk with Iron Heads, Scarf Iron Heads. It doesn't win 1v1. Hopefully, in theory. In theory, he's a bulky set. We Drain Punch, Mach Punch, and kill it with U-turn, or he goes Suicune. Now, if he goes Suicune on U-turn, we go Manaphy, and we start tail glowing. We win. Manaphy is going to be really important this week. All these mods are really important. I'm honestly super excited to see how things go. I don't think we're making any more team adjustments. We play later today, so you'll probably see. You guys probably just saw the draft video go up. This will go up that weekend, and then that Sunday I'll put up the battle. So thank you guys for watching. I know this has been a longer team preview, but I don't know. I'm just really wanting. I really. I want to get +6. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. So thank you guys for watching.